Thank you for logging on to the Voice Sports Network for this broadcast of high school sports. We encourage you to go to the games and support your area teams. We know you have a choice, and thank you for choosing us. This broadcast wouldn't be possible without the support of the sponsors you hear throughout the game. We encourage you to visit their businesses and use their service as often as possible. Be sure to tell them thanks for their support. Now, sit back and enjoy the game, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Norwell Lady Night Basketball here on WellsCountyVoice.com. It's a snowy afternoon, and it sure feels like basketball in northeast Indiana as the snow continues to fall. It's become a slushy mess out there, and for those of us that were lucky enough this afternoon to go to the St. Francis football game and sit out in it, it was a positive result for St. Francis as they won 37-26 and move on to the second round of the NAIA playoffs. This is Greg Van Meter along with Eric Decker and Noah Tobias this afternoon, bringing you the action here from the Castle as the Knights take on the Northwood Panthers. Norwell undefeated on this young season at 3-0. They defeated Canterbury at Canterbury Thursday night, and tonight they take on another very good opponent in the Northwood Panthers. Northwood defeated Norwell last November 22nd, 68-56. Prior to that, the Knights faced Northwood in their semi-state run the spring before and defeated them over at Belmont High School. Northwood, a very good basketball team. They play in a good conference up there in the Goshen area. And to be honest with you, Derek, I'm a little surprised they've lost 2 basketball games already.
Yeah, this is a perennial strong team in Northwood. Always going to be a good test for the Lady Knights. And if I recall correctly, it's usually the 3:30 matchup about every year. Last year, I think it snowed as well on this day.
Yeah, I think you're right.
And it was a Saturday, and a good crowd on hand, to be honest with you. I didn't expect this many people to be out here, but people made the trip in the snow. And for November, it's cold, it's wintry, and hopefully we don't expect too much more of this winter, but I'm afraid that's going to happen. So,
well, the last long-term forecast I saw said relatively dry through Christmas time, and then a normal amount after the first of the year. But we've had a beautiful fall.
Absolutely.
It's been absolutely gorgeous, so we were due. We mentioned those 2 Northwood losses. Those came to Penn, the 4A school. All was very, very good. And then the surprise to me was their loss at Rochester, a 2A school. They lost by 11. Now, that game was on the road, but still a bit of a surprise as they went down in defeat to the 2A school. Norwell, we mentioned 3-0 on the year, their last win at Canterbury. Prior to that, they took out a very good Wayne team on the road at Wayne, 69-56, and won their home opener here at Norwell against a very good Dwenger team, 60-55. Dwenger with one of the better freshmen in the area in the Smith girl, just 5'2", but boy, she plays like an upperclassman, and that was a very good basketball game. A little sloppy considering it was the first game of the year, but overall, Norwell playing this very difficult schedule. After this afternoon, they'll play at Fort Wayne Concordia next Tuesday. That would be at 7:30. And then on December 1st, they go to Warsaw, perennial 4A power. So before they start their conference schedule on December 4th here at the Castle against Huntington North. So the boys also start next week. We'll be bringing you that as they start on Wednesday night, I believe.
Right? At Concordia.
At Concordia, that's right. And then that's a new game for Norwell, I think, this year. Or did they play them last year?
I think they played them last year.
Okay, so last year was the first year.
Yep.
And then, of course, the traditional Saturday night game at Adams Central. We were talking about that a little bit ago. That boys' game most likely will only be able to bring you audio for that game. And, of course, at Concordia can always be a bit of a challenge to broadcast, although we have been able to get some video on the air up there the last couple times we've been up there by sitting outside the gym. You have to get outside that steel cage to get any kind of wireless reception. So we'll see how it goes this coming week. But today we've got a good signal here at Norwell. We appreciate Byron Gerber and Jeff Miller taking care of that for us. And we hope that if you're snug at home watching us, that you can enjoy this basketball game between your Norwell Lady Knights and the Northwood Panthers. You might see on your connection Northfield. That's just a typo from the home office. It is Northwood that has made the trip here to Norwell today. We'll take a quick break, hear from a couple sponsors, and be right back with more of your pregame show after these words.
Troxel Equipment offers a full line of John Deere equipment. Troxel Equipment features a large inventory of all makes and models of pre-owned equipment that has been well maintained and ready for service. Most of Troxel's pre-owned equipment was traded in from owner-operators. Be sure to ask about our certified pre-owned units. Troxel Equipment has the ability to customize your financing, lease, or installment contracts to meet your cash flow needs. Visit any of our 3 locations in Bluffton, Huntington, or Wabash, or check out our website for our inventory of new and pre-owned equipment. Troxel Equipment, the dealership you can trust.
Welcome back to the Castle and the pregame show. Norwell getting set to take on Northwood. And I'll tell you, fellas, Norwell very impressive early on in this season as they've had a variety of players step up in each one of their games so far.
Yeah, that's right. Last game it happened to be Madison Dunnick. She stepped up with 18 points up at Canterbury. She was our New Holland Tri-County Player of the Game there. And they shot the ball better. They struggled in the first couple games shooting the ball. The touch was found. They shot 39% from the field and 9 of 22 from the three-point line. One more thing they can clean up is the free throw percentage. It's been sitting around the lower 60s as far as percentage-wise all year, but they did a great job of taking care of the ball last week as well with just 10 turnovers, and 2 of those came really late in the game.
Yeah, they really did. Now, Canterbury obviously down a little bit this year, not putting on quite the defensive pressure they normally would, Noah, but I think from what I've seen so far from the Knights, they're doing a very good job of sharing the basketball, and I thought they picked up their defensive pressure in the second half.
Yeah, most definitely. Van Houten for Canterbury was a huge threat for us in the first half. She scored 17 points in the first half, but then I think she only scored 4 points in the second half because of Mackenzie Sawyer's face guarding. And Mackenzie did a great job just getting right up in her face and not letting her basically see anything that was going on. But, Greg, you're totally right. Norwell's ball movement against Canterbury was outstanding. And that's really Norwell basketball. They are really unselfish with the ball basically every single game.
Northwood will give Norwell a little bit different look. They really don't have that one standout player like Canterbury, nor like they've had in the past. I expect to see good balance out of this team. They're not especially big, similar to Norwell. They've got a 6-footer that starts, a sophomore, Savannah Feenstra, and then a 5'10" senior in Michaela Fielstra. So they're similar teams size-wise, and I would expect they're probably going to play some lockdown defense in the half court, which Norwell has not struggled with this year. If you remember, fellas, early on last year, Norwell kind of struggled against the 2-3 zones that they were seeing. That doesn't seem to be as big an issue this year.
Yeah, that's right. They seem to be handling everything just a little bit better. They seem a little calmer on the floor. Not getting,
that's a good call.
Yeah, they're not getting flustered by defenses so much anyway. And it's nice to see these Lady Knights really perform well in the early going in the season. And we know Dwinger's going to be really good this year, and they gave them a great game, a great test here at home. But Northwood is nearly a mirror image of Norwell as far as how they play. The only difference is they don't score very many points. In that loss, right, and in both losses, they failed to score 40 points. I think they had 39 to Rochester and 24 to Penn. So that might be the X factor. If they don't score points, then they probably not going to come out of the castle with a win.
Well, we'll be joining the PA system here in just a minute for the national anthem. As soon as Jamie gets through the sportsmanship award or announcement.
At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove all hats as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem.
Well, folks, at this time we'll join public address announcer Jamie Feldheiser for the announcement of our starting lineups.
The non-starters are number 12, Andrea Tuttle. Number 15, Nicole Flickinger. Number 20, Mackenzie Murphy. Number 21, Emily DeVito. Number 22, Kilo Robinson. Number 32, Eric Graver. Number 40, Jemima Robinson. Number 42, Riley Richburger. And number 44, Alexis Glass. Here are the starters. At a guard, a 5'4" junior, number 3, Caitlin Crenshaw. At another guard, a 5'5" senior, number 11, Erica Flickinger. At another guard, a 5'6" senior, number 25, Candy Glass. At a forward, a 6' sophomore, number 30, Savannah Feenstra. And at the other forward, a 5'10" senior, number 33, Michaela Feenstra. The head coach of the Northwood Lady Panthers is Adam Yoder. And now for your Norwell Lady Knights. The non-starters are number 10, Rita Wilson. Number 20, Kaylee Wilmer. Number 22, Courtney Beer. Number 30, Alexa Mallory. Number 40, Lindy Dial. Number 42, Sadie Gunn. And number 44, Logan Rounds. Here are the starters. At a guard, a 5'3" senior, number 34, Casey Strong. At another guard, a 5'4" senior, number 12, Mackenzie Sawyer. At the other guard, a 5'4" senior, number 14, Madison Dunning. At a forward, a 5'9" senior, number 32, Quinn Shelton. And at the other forward, a 5'9" senior, number 24, Stephanie Conrad.
Once again, those starters for Northwood, it's Crenshaw, Flickinger, Glass, Feenstra, and Fielstra for head coach Adam Yoder, 22-8 in his second year at Northwood. For Norwell, it's Sawyer, Dunnick, Conrad, Shelton, and Strunk for head coach Eric Thornton. 272 wins against 144 losses in his 19th year at Norwell. Northwood in their black road jerseys with red and white trim. Norwell in their white jerseys with gold numbers. Always tough for these old eyes to see. The two tough ones are Dunnick and Strunk. Same size, same hairdo. The tip controlled by Conrad, and Sawyer will bring it up. Northwood in a man-to-man to start here. That's Strunk testing the left side. Into the lane, Dunnick, nice kick out to Shelton for three, good. And Quinn Shelton off for 3 points right off the bat. And already I forgot to start our clock.
Yeah, that's...
We'll see if we can make it work.
Yeah.
7:31 on the game clock. See if we can catch up there. We missed the first few seconds on Norwell's first possession. Boy, Quinn Shelton was wide open at the arc.
Great find by Dunnick.
There's a baseline shot, and good from Savannah Feenstra. She had a good look from the baseline there against Norwell's trapping zone.
Nice touch.
High off the glass.
Yeah.
Norwell swinging it around as it appears as though Northwood's gone into its zone. Sawyer off the miss there. Nice up. Good rebound by Conrad. Just wasn't able to knock it down. And a steal there from Dunnick. Shelton all the way through the baseline. There's Conrad from the baseline. Good. Norwell with an early 5-2 lead here, just under a minute. Clock you see on your screen, and the game clock about 15 seconds different. There's a three-ball attempt, well short, didn't even draw iron. And stepping on the line was Northwood. Well, now we're down to about 7 seconds difference. Northwood.
It is a nice feature. It's just kind of hard to keep up.
Yeah, you got to really be paying attention to when that clock stops. We have a lot of new features with this new software. Of course, able to broadcast it to you on YouTube, which should be generating a little bit better picture. All right, now we're squared with the game clock. We'll see if we can keep up here. 5:58 in the first quarter, and a steal by Northwood out of bounds, and it'll be Northwood's ball. Good defense on the baseline there by Glass. Gabby Glass, a 5'6" senior. Norwell's going to extend that 1-3-1 just a little bit. Quinn Shelton up top. She is a defensive force at the top of that zone.
Mackenzie Sawyer. Oops, sorry, Greg. Mackenzie Sawyer did pick up a foul on that possession.
Each team with one team foul. Shelton weaving through the baseline. Sawyer for three, no good. And the big girl, Feenstra, pulling down the rebound. Listed at 6 foot. She almost looks taller than that.
Yeah. She's a big inside presence for the Lady Panthers.
Norwell out of the 1-3-1 right now. They've switched to a man-to-man. Handling it up top is Trenshaw. Northwood working hard. Oh, they tried to get it inside to Fielstra. And the pass just a little high and a little strong, and I'm not going to be able to keep this clock.
Yeah.
It's going to take, we'll just get rid of it. 4:56 left here in the first quarter. Norwell with that 3-point lead. Northwood playing a very active, tough man-to-man. And Conrad's going to draw the foul. She took it to the glass. Looks like it's going to go against Glass. That's her first. Team's second. Who picked up Northwood's other foul?
Flickinger.
Okay.
Yep.
Conrad looked good on that free throw.
Norwell substitution. Entering the game is number 20, Kaylee Roller.
Looks like Roller and Courtney Beer in for the Knights. Sawyer and Shelton take a seat. Beer in the opening game of the season hit a couple of big threes to keep Norwell's lead against Dwenger, and Norwell back in the 1-3-1. Now Strunk's on the top of that zone.
Nice.
And she just takes it right away from Northwood.
Oh.
Missing the layup. It was Flickinger who gave up the turnover. Beer setting up the offense for the Knights. Strunk in the corner. Dunnock thought about it. That was a good spot for her on Thursday night. There's Beer for three. Good. Nice job by Casey Strunk at drawing the defense. Norwell out to a quick 8-point lead, forcing Northwood to take a timeout. We'll take it along with them and hear from State Farm.
Stuck in a state of falling behind, struggling to keep up with your kids, your finances, your insurance, your life? Then let me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, help you simplify and get to a better state. Because with me handling your auto, home, and life insurance, you'll have more time to handle everything else. More money too, because adding State Farm policies can earn discounts that could add up to 40% and actually help you get ahead. Call me, Kevin Beatty in Bluffton, today and get to a better state with State Farm. 824-1928.
Boy, that's textbook the way Casey Strunk ran that offensive set for the Knights. Penetrating, drawing a couple of defenders, and getting it to a wide-open Courtney Beer. Norwell leading by 8 here with 4:10 left. There's that defense, but a foul's going to be called. I think it's going to go on Beer.
Yeah. Coach Thornton upset with that one.
That'll be the Knights' second, Courtney's first.
The number 8 Lady Knights out to a hot start.
Yeah, they're running their offensive sets very efficiently right now.
Yeah.
And there's another steal. Beer comes up with it, trying to get a handle. She'll pull it back out and leave it for Kaylee Roller, wide open for three. No good, just a little bit strong. Kaylee, one of the Knights' better three-point shooters.
Yeah, she missed just one at Canterbury last week.
Right. Maddie Dunnock was
between the two
hot.
of them, they were 9 for 10 from the three-point line.
That is impressive. Into the ball game for Northwood, by the way. We missed the substitution. Nicole Flickinger, a junior. I'm sure she's related to
Erica,
yeah. There's Dunnock from the left side, and she knocks it down. Madison continues to be on fire for Coach Thornton. And there's another steal. Oh, they're going to call a foul on Dunnock. That looked like a clean pick as Trenshaw kind of dove to retain possession, and that's a tough call on Dunnock.
Yeah, that really was a tough call. I mean, Madison, she had the position. And really, it looked like she got the hand on the ball, and she didn't make any other contact with Northwood, but apparently she did.
Sawyer enters for Madison. Norwell looks to be in a man-to-man right now. Nope, they're going to stay in that zone trap. Almost losing it, and losing it was number 12, Andrea Tuttle. She also entered for Northwood. But Northwood retains possession. They say it went off a Knight. Pass into the big girl, and Feenstra missed his shot. A foul's going to be called. It'll go on Casey Strunk.
It's her first.
Team's fourth already.
That was a fairly late call as well.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Norwell being very aggressive on the defensive end. A good-looking shot there from Feenstra. Just Northwood's third point. A little over 5 minutes into this one already. And Feenstra knocks down both of them.
She's got a good-looking free throw shot.
Well, she does for
real
a
pure
6-foot sophomore. Got a good future ahead of her. Northwood always seems to come up with a quality player every year, and they're usually big.
Yeah.
Norwell was looking for the back door there as Northwood slipped into a 2-3 zone, trying to better cover those three-point shooters. That zone morphing a little bit and there's a good steal by Trenshaw the other way. She'll pull up and knock it down.
That was a good defensive set for Northwood, and it resulted in a couple points.
This 2-3 zone very active. There's Beer for another three-ball attempt. That's no good, and the rebound controlled by Fielstra. Two very similar last names there between Feenstra and Fielstra. Oh, getting away with a push-off there was Fielstra. No call. Nice move inside by Feenstra.
Great move.
And Northwood on a little bit of a run here. They cut that Norwell lead to 5.
Yeah, it's 6 in a row here for the Panthers.
Strunk up top, calling out the plays. They're looking for that backdoor play, but really nobody's rubbing off of the high pick. Conrad in the middle, wide open Sawyer. This one's good. That stems the tide. Norwell's lead back out to 8 with 1:12 to go here in the first quarter.
Norwell already shooting 4 of 8 from the three-point line.
That's going to be a turnover on the Panthers. The pass just a little bit beyond Andrea Tuttle. Shelton back in the game for the Knights as Strunk takes a seat. Kaylee Roller is going to handle it at the point. This is Kaylee's just her second game, as she didn't play the first 2 games due to injury and the lack of practices. Good ball movement by the Knights.
Oh.
Conrad can't get it to go, but she did draw the foul. Stephanie's had some issues the last couple of games with finishing at the rim. She goes kind of hot and cold. That foul called on Feenstra, the 6-footer. Team's third. As Conrad, boy, nothing at net on that free throw.
Adam Yoder, very upset with that call. He really upset with that call, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, there's nothing really else to say about that. I mean, he was just really upset.
That's right.
Norwell's lead back out to double digits. Into the front court, almost stolen by Sawyer. Tuttle gets it flicking her, and her throws it away. Good step in there by Shelton. She'll take it right to the rim and miss the layup.
On the line.
Yeah. Tuttle could not keep her feet in bounds.
Norwell struggling to finish around the rim.
Yeah, this 10-point lead could easily be 20 at this point. Roller thought about it. So did Sawyer. I like to see him with the shot fakes from out there. It really keeps the defense honest. Even if you don't take them. Roller had her person beat there. Now she'll go to the rim and can't get the shot to go. At the buzzer, Norwell leads Northwood after 18-8. We'll take a break and be back after these words from our sponsors.
T.W. Fable, a modern American restaurant, is located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course at 2330 East, 250 North in Bluffton. You can enjoy a fine dining experience Tuesday through Thursday, 5 to 9, Friday and Saturday, 5 to 10. Kitchen closes 1/2 hour prior to lounge. If you're looking for a great spot to have lunch, visit 250 Grill to enjoy some sandwiches, wraps, salads, and appetizers. T.W. Fable Restaurant, 2330 East, 250 North at Timber Ridge Golf Course. Reservations recommended by calling 260-353-1360.
Well, your Lady Knights with a double-digit lead over the visiting Northwood Panthers here at the Castle this afternoon. I'll tell you, it's a good thing they played this game at the JV game anyway at 2 o'clock versus 7 o'clock tonight. That I bet you they wouldn't have gotten it in.
Yeah, weather definitely would have made an impact on that.
Northwood with the ball to start the quarter off the official, so it stayed in bounds. Norwell really getting after it defensively here. They're in a zone trap. Shelton chasing up top. I think that was supposed to be a pass from Riley Hirschberger, who's in the ball game, and a long three on the loose ball. It's Flickinger, I believe, wasn't it, Derek?
Yep. It's her first point of this one.
Erica, a starter, as Strunk will launch a three and hit it. Norwell really dialing it in from beyond the arc so far here this afternoon. Another tip underneath. Nice pass. And, point blank shot missed. Yeah, jump ball's going to be called as Stephanie Conrad blocked that shot. Norwell will take possession.
And that was a good call by the official. He saw that Stephanie just held her hand up on the ball, and he called the jump ball. It's a great call.
Yeah, no body contact at all. Shelton coming out. The nice thing about Quinn, she's listed at 5'9", 5'10". Little quick shot there from Casey. A little bit off. But Quinn can handle it pretty well for her size.
Yeah.
Trying to get to the rim is Fielstra, and they're going to call a foul on, I believe, Stephanie Conrad.
Yep.
Nope.
Shelton.
It was on Shelton, her first, team's fifth. And Michaela Fielstra, the senior, will go to the line. She's listed at 5'10". And can't get that one to go. As you mentioned, Derek, a good crowd here for considering the weather today.
And the time a little odd.
Yep. 3-something start, probably about 3:30 about the time we got started. Second one good. And Savannah Feenstra, the 6-foot sophomore for Northwood, back on the floor. Probably just needed a little rest. She's just a sophomore. When she fills out, I'll tell you, she's going to be a force. She moves very well. Good stroke. There's Shelton for three, short. Bounced around, and a good rebound by Casey Strunk. Dunnick puts it on the floor and draws the foul. Came down a little funny on that right ankle. Anytime you see Dunnick or Shelton limping, you get a little bit nervous. As Trenshaw picks up the foul. That's Northwood's fourth. Fellas, I saw the other day, and I did not know this until I read it on Robert Connett's site. Of course, Robert, a former voice person. The IHSAA has banned PA announcers from announcing the number of fouls on the player and the team. They say it's an unfair advantage, which I don't understand that at all.
No one does.
I mean, I don't even know how you think of it, to be honest with you. That hung on the rim but didn't go down. The second attempt, no good. And it'll be off of Mackenzie Sawyer and remain Northwood's ball. Yeah, obviously a lot of negative opinions on that move from the IHSAA. I don't understand it.
You said that they're banned from, the announcers are banned from saying the number of fouls for a player and team.
They can say who the foul is on. Good rebound there by Strunk. That's going to be a foul on Gabby Glass, I believe.
Yeah, and it's you can, and normally after that it'd be her first or her second, team's fifth, but apparently that's unfair now, and I know he's had some trouble adjusting to that.
Well, you do it so long, and you get used to throwing the stats out there for the fans. Now, the reason it makes absolutely no sense to me is I have yet to see a high school scoreboard that doesn't actually have those numbers on the board. Shelton with the move and the left hand. Nice shot by Quinn. Norwell's lead back up to 11. 5:30 to go here in the half.
Nice
pass. Great pass as Erica Flickinger finds Feenstra underneath. Good left hand there from Feenstra as well.
Nice strong bounce pass. A long bounce pass.
It was. Good hands, actually. Shelton for 3, no good. Out of bounds, it'll be Northwood's ball.
I think I was over the... Nope, just out of bounds.
Subbing in for Northwood is Andrea Tuttle. Tuttle, a 5'8" senior. Also for Coach Thornton, Courtney Beer back on the floor, replacing Casey Strunk. Kaylee Roller really crashed the boards on that play on the other end. There's a good steal by Shelton. She'll hold up and travel. Couldn't quite get her feet set before she took that short jumper.
It's going to be Norwell's third turnover.
Lindy Dial checks in for the Knights, replacing Mackenzie Sawyer in the back of that 1-3-1 defense. Working against its Trenshaw. Trenshaw looking for help. Finds Tuttle. Tuttle's not real smooth with the basketball, but she's going to shoot a 3 and be short on that. Good rebound underneath by Flickinger. Couldn't get it to go, and Beer comes out of there with it for the Knights. Up ahead to Roller. Roller on the move. Bumped on the defensive end. No call. And a good no call.
Ooh.
That's Conrad inside.
Nice strong rebound and put back.
Didn't get the first attempt to go, but shot 50% on that possession.
She's got 8 points for the Lady Knights.
Tuttle. She just kind of puts her head down when she gets it and gets it away to Flickinger. Flickinger, nice find. That's Feenstra. And a good shot from Savannah Feenstra. She's got a great touch for as tall as she is.
And she's got 8 points.
Into the lane is Dial, and she travels on the drive. Head coach Adam Yoder.
I was going to say, he's basically out on the court.
Yeah, he was actually inside the three-point line as he's talking to the score table. Foul's going to be called on Norwell. I think that's going to go on Courtney Beer. That was Flickinger on the drive.
If it is, it's her second.
Team 6th. Adam Yoder.
Very animated.
Very animated. Just his second year for Northwood. That's Tuttle as she falls down but knocks down the shot. Yeah. I had the scoreboard backward.
Casey Strunk tried to put it up for 3. Rebound by Stephanie Conrad.
Beer cross-court pass.
Oh,
that
that's
was
a foul.
Good feed inside. That'll be the second foul on Savannah Feenstra with 3:14 to go.
I have her for just 1. It is her second. I must have gave it to the wrong person.
I was pretty sure that was a 2 on her. Feenstra will take a seat. She's replaced by Fielstra. That's Michaela Fielstra. There's another substitution there I think I might have missed. Sawyer back in there for Norwell. Dunnick on the drive.
A wild shot.
Yeah, she was trying to draw the contact. Nice play by Tuttle. And that cuts Norwell's lead to 5. It was as much as 11 just moments ago. Norwell has been coming up empty on the offensive end. Nice save there by Sawyer.
Yeah, they look a little out of sorts right now.
Northwood in a, I still think it's an odd-looking 1-2-2. Sawyer for 3. That's how you get him out of the zone. Yeah, you got to keep knocking down those 3-pointers, and it's all about ball movement. As Trenshaw, they swing it around to Tuttle. Tuttle coming off the bench, but she's been a big part of this offense for the Panthers here in the second quarter. That foul's going to go on Madison Dunnick. That'll be her second. Kaylee Roller back in for the Knights. Also, Nicole Flickinger, the junior, back in for Northwood. Flickinger wearing number 15. Listed at 5'7". Tuttle will go to the line. Tuttle's a senior, and even though she didn't start, she's been very aggressive. Nice touch on the free throw. Then Shelton checks back in as Dunnick sits down. So it's Strunk, Sawyer, Conrad, Shelton, and Roller out there. Norwell's lead at 6 as we tick toward the 2-minute mark. Northwood and that, it's a more, it almost looks like a 1-2-2, which is a little bit of a different zone to go after from an offensive standpoint. Sometimes it looks like a 2-1-2, and I'm guessing that is actually what they're intending to run. It just kind of morphs as that person in the middle moves. That's a nice shot by Quinn Shelton. Yep. And another turnover. Shelton comes out of there with it. Strunk the other way. That was a good decision by Sawyer not to just fire that up there. Roller will pump up the three. That's hits the top of the backboard. And they'll march the other way. 1:25 left here in the half.
This game's been hovering about somewhere between a 5 and 10 point lead for the Lady Knights.
Yeah, they had it up to 11 at one point, but just for one possession. Good defense there by Strunk. Casey with kind of a tough night up at Canterbury. Had some very questionable calls go against her. Good rebound.
Nice rebound.
Mackenzie Sawyer comes out of there with it. Hey, McKenzie plays hard. Underneath Shelton. That's Strunk with the short jumper, no good. And coming out of there with it was Flickinger.
Casey Strunk seems very uncomfortable shooting that mid-range jumper.
Yeah, on the move. Yeah, that mid-range game's really not her game. She's either got to get to the rim or stand still for a three, which is pretty typical in the girls' game. There's not too many that can shoot on the run. 35 seconds left here in the quarter. Shelton looks in from the left side and travels. Yeah, she sure did.
That's going to be her. That's Norwell's 5th turnover. But still, that's on pace for 10 again.
Yeah, how many's Northwood got so far?
Northwood's got 9. And actually, they've done a good job taking care of the ball as of late. They had 8 turnovers a couple minutes into this quarter. So
just 20 seconds left now. Tuttle being face guarded by Kaylee Roller. Norwell in the man-to-man. Nice step out there by Conrad. The backdoor pass knocked away by Roller, and they couldn't decide who was going to pick it up. Tuttle did and converted it. A little bit of a miscommunication there between the Lady Knights. Northwood took advantage, and at the half, it'll be a 6-point Norwell lead after the Knights led by as many as 11, as we mentioned. We'll take a break here from a couple sponsors and be back with your halftime show after these words.
Hyundai Motors is celebrating 40 years of serving Wells County and the surrounding area with an outstanding selection of low-mileage cars, trucks, and SUVs that are in fantastic condition. And their ASE certified technicians in the service department offer oil changes, brakes, AC tune-ups, as well as a full line of replacement parts and tires, and are the best in customer satisfaction. Visit HyundaiMotors.com to browse their inventory of new and used vehicles. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric strives to be your total service provider. Their licensed technicians can handle all of your electrical, plumbing, heating, and cooling needs, and now offers duct cleaning. No job is too small or too large for their service professionals. From electrical repairs, water heater replacements, sewer and drain cleaning, well repair, and remodel jobs. Bluffton Plumbing, Heating, and Electric, located behind Lowe's on Commerce Drive in Bluffton, 888-824-3332. That's 824-3332.
Great. I've got to walk by dresses, then hosiery, then women's fine clothing. Where are the men's clothes?
Men, does this sound familiar? Avoid the women's department altogether by going to Masterson's Incorporated Store for Men. You heard right, a store for men. At Masterson's in Bluffton, you'll find famous make clothing like Palm Beach, Calvin Klein, Lauren, Van Heusen, and shoes by Johnson Murphy, Florsheim, and Dockers. Masterson's also has tuxedo rental and is the Boy Scout and Cub Scout distributor for the area.
Wow, look at this. A store just for men.
Masterson's Store for Men, 127 West Market Street.
At First Bank of Bern, you can depend on us for checking accounts that fit your needs. We have free checking with no strings attached. Absolutely free checking with a free Visa debit card, free online banking, even mobile banking. Stop by or call any First Bank of Bern office. We'll help you find a checking account that is perfect for you. First Bank of Bern, employee-owned and conveniently located. Visit us online at firstbankofbern.com. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Yeah, welcome back to the Castle. It's halftime. The Knights leading the Panthers from Northwood 30-24. And after a relatively quick start for the Knights, Northwood did a good job of hanging in there. The Knights really could have blown them out in that second quarter, but Northwood taking advantage of a couple mistakes, and especially at the end of the quarter, and pulled to within 6.
Yeah, that's right. We'll start with Northwood. As a team, they were 9 of 23 shooting from the field. That's 39%. 1 of 3 from the three-point line for 33%. They had 13 rebounds, 2 assists, and 9 turnovers. Caitlin Trenshaw had 2 points on 1 of 2 shooting. Erica Flickinger had 3 points on 1 of 2 shooting. Andrea Tuttle had 8 points on 3 of 5 shooting. Gabby Glass was 0 for 4 from the field, but had a lot of playing time there in that first half. Savannah Feenstra, 8 points on 4 of 6 shooting. Had 6 rebounds at the break as well. Michaela Fielstra, 3 points, 3 rebounds on 3 of 4 shooting. And Riley Hirschberger had a rebound and was 0 of 1 on the shooting side in the first half. 24 points for Northwood at the break. For your Lady Knights, 10 of 30 from the field, that's 33%. 6 of 15 from the three-point line for 40%. 11 team rebounds, 8 assists, and 5 turnovers. Individually, Mackenzie Sawyer had 6 points, an assist, a rebound on 2 of 4 shooting. Madison Dunnick, 3 points, 2 assists on 1 of 4 shooting. Courtney Beer, 3 points, 1 assist, 1 rebound on 1 of 2 shooting. Stephanie Conrad, 8 points, 2 assists, 6 rebounds on 2 of 6 shooting. Quinn Shelton, 7 points, 3 of 7 shooting. Casey Strunk, 3 points, 2 assists, 2 rebounds on 1 of 4 shooting for a team total of 30 points. We sit at 30-24. There's 2 things I want to mention at the half. The first, if you are a college basketball fan, North Carolina came into this week at number 1. They were upset by Northern Iowa today, 71-67. And Indiana football picked up their first win since September, 47-28.
Wow.
So to keep their bowl hopes alive, they are 5-6. They need to win against Purdue next week to send them to a bowl.
If you're an Indiana fan, though, you got to be excited about the basketball team.
That's true. They dominated Creighton Thursday night, and
down this year a little bit. But
yes. And then they've got a great test this week. They are in Maui Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then they have Alcorn State on Friday. And then the next week they travel to Durham for a battle with Duke in the Big Ten ACC Challenge.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
That'll be a fun one.
I love the fact that these teams are playing very difficult opponents early on. It just makes the season, to me, a lot more legitimate.
Well, and you have the Gavitt tip-off games, which is Big Ten against Big East, which is happening right now. So these big Power 5 conferences are starting to play against each other more, and that's good to see. It gets you ready for conference season, and it makes your record seem a little more legitimate. You can't pad it with teams like Alcorn State in the non-conference. Yep.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, here at the Castle, Noah, Norwell doing a good job of staying in front of the Panthers, and that quick start certainly helped.
Yeah, most definitely. Norwell's doing a great job hitting their three-pointers. The percentage, I'm sure, will keep on getting better and better throughout the season. But right now, they're doing a great job trying to get as many rebounds as they can. But also, number 30, Savannah Feenstra for Northwood. She's one of the girls that's really stood out to me. She's probably the tallest one out there for Northwood. And she's gotten a lot of rebounds, but also she's got that really good touch around the rim. And she's making a good amount of those. I think, Derek, you said that she had 8 points in the game.
6 shooting. Yep.
And so, really, she's one that stands out to me. And also, what was their free throw shooting?
Northwood was 5 of 6, and Norwell was 4 of 6.
Yeah, 5 of 6. That is a great percentage to be at. We're only leading by 6, but that's definitely something that they're doing to keep themselves in the game.
Yeah, they really are. You know, I was distracted there for a minute looking at my phone. I thought I saw that number 1 North Carolina got beat.
Yes, 71-67 by Northern Iowa.
Northern Iowa, a perennial powerhouse.
Yeah, I got the Bleacher Report Team Stream notification.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, I know Maryland will be battling for that one spot, but I'll tell you what, I don't know how you take it away from Kentucky right now.
Yeah, and I thought coming into the year maybe you never know with the freshman class, and it is every year, but they seemed really legitimate. They beat Duke with a passion. I mean, they came out and demolished Duke in the second half.
Great.
So.
Yeah, they really did.
Yep.
Well, we've got a couple of minutes left here before the second half begins at the Castle. Norwell leading by 6. We'll hear from a couple more sponsors and be back with second half action after these words.
The new Kaler Nickel Foundation Family YMCA, 550 West Dustman Road in Bluffton, is now open and invites you to stop by and take a tour of the new facility. When you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility, you're part of a community, surrounded by friends as well as caring and knowledgeable staff. Here are just a few of the benefits of joining the Y. Unlimited participation in group exercise classes, free childcare while you work out, and free private health and wellness consultations. You don't want to miss out on all your local YMCA has to offer. To learn more, visit fwymca.org. This is your moment. Explore the University of St. Francis. Known for our quality academic options and dedicated professors who practice in their fields, you will discover the perfect program to fit your interests and goals. Hands-on experience with internships, clinicals, and co-ops makes a USF education a great value and investment into your future. Apply now at sf.edu. We are seeking applicants for $15 million in scholarships this year. This is your moment. Believe.
Well, Norwell varsity trying to make it a sweep for the day. I think we mentioned this earlier, but it's worth mentioning again. The freshmen came back and won late their first win of the year, 23-22, over the Panthers freshman squad. The JV did not have much trouble in their game, winning 43-26. And I'll tell you, the JV look really good so far this year.
Yeah, they haven't had much trouble with anybody to this point. And it's good for the freshmen to get their first win of the year. Very exciting finish. Northwood had a chance, but could not convert and was called for traveling. Norwell got it in and ran out the clock.
Were the Northwood fans in attendance excited about that call?
Well, there's only 6 of them, so, you know.
That's a little bit of a haul, Northwood up there in Goshen.
Mm-hmm.
Panthers do have the ball to start the second half. They trail by 6.
Starters out there for both teams, I think, with the exception of Gabby. Nope, she's out there.
Gabby Glass?
Yep, she's out there.
Yep. She's out there with Trenshaw, Flickinger, Feenstra, and Fielstra. That didn't go, but Northwood able to pull down the offensive rebound. Feenstra, not real aggressive going after the basketball, but when she's gotten her hands on it, she's been effective. 8 points in the first half. So right now, she's just kind of facilitating the offense. Setting picks around the perimeter with Norwell in the man-to-man. Underneath, batted away from Feenstra, and it'll remain Northwood's ball. Norwell has switched back and forth quite frequently between the 1-3-1 trap and man-to-man. Underneath this, Feenstra blocked by, was that Conrad with the block?
I think so.
Quick pass up ahead to Sawyer, no good on the 3 ball. And Flickinger will head the other way herself. Open from about 14 is Feenstra, and she'll score the first 2 points of the second half.
You know, all of a sudden it's down to 4, and it's a real uncomfortable lead for the Lady Knights. They just kind of, Northwood's kind of been steadily creeping back in.
That's Shelton for 3, no good, but no, that's Madison Dunnick with an excellent position underneath, able to get her hands on the offensive rebound and knock it back down. Well, that was a tough shot for her to put back in. I don't think she was able to use the backboard. And the free throw rolls in. Norwell's lead back up to 7 with 6:40 to go here in the quarter. Look at Feenstra handle the basketball. The 6-footer all the way into the front court. On the drive is Feenstra, no good. The rebound pulled down by Feenstra, so good hustle. That's Trenshaw trying to make a way. Feenstra will put up the jumper, no good. And Sawyer comes out of there with it. On the run, they do not have numbers. So Strunk will work the left side. Nice kick out. Dunnick wide open. Sawyer, no good. And Conrad pulls down the offensive rebound. We'll see what they call. It'll be a reach-in foul. No, they call traveling on Stephanie. Coach Thornton wanted a foul on that, and I don't blame him. A couple of girls were really hacking at Stephanie.
Yeah, I think that should have been a foul.
This game not called like we've seen.
No, not at all. Very physical.
A lot more physical.
It makes the game. It lets the game flow a little better.
I agree with you. That's Glass up front with Shelton on her. Norwell staying in the man-to-man for now. Short jumper, no good from Flickinger. And able to track it down is Dunnick. That's going to be a blocking foul on Caitlin Trenshaw. Caitlin, a unique first name. We see a lot of Caitlins with a K or a C.
Yeah, I kind of question whether I typed that in right when I put the lineup in.
I believe you did, as Coach Thornton wants a 30-second timeout. He's got a 7-point lead. We'll take a quick break and be right back after this word from Subway.
It took Subway restaurants to do flatbread sandwich great, fresh roasted until its flavor reaches the towering peaks of Mount Delicious. You may have had other flatbread, but once you sink your teeth into this appetite-busting mountain of flavor, you'll know this is the real deal. Get any of your Subway favorites on our full-flavor flatbreads and let your taste buds sink into the delicious depth of goodness. Subway of Bluffton, eat fresh with 2 locations to serve you in North Main and inside Walmart.
5:31 left here in the third quarter. The Knights leading the Panthers from Northwood 33-26. As we mentioned, we'll be bringing you the basketball game on Tuesday night from Concordia. Concordia's gym sets below ground level.
Yeah, it's interesting.
And they've got a literally a metal cage that surrounds it. Can be a difficult place to. Great
nice pass.
The left-handed bounce pass from Strunk to Conrad.
Extends that lead out to 9.
And Norwell's picking up the defensive intensity. There's another steal, this time by Sawyer. Up ahead to Dunnick. She tried to get it over to Shelton, but it was batted out of her hands by Trenshaw. It'll remain Norwell's ball with 5:05 left in the quarter. Conrad Didn't quite make an offensive move there after the inbounds pass, and Dunick reset. Nice pass to Sawyer. Sawyer knocks down the 16-footer.
It looked like they were face guarding Casey Strunk in that possession.
It did. Casey, a great facilitator for this team, leads the team in assists as another Northwood turnover will give it back to the Knights. Kaylee Roller will check in for Coach Thornton.
That's 11 turnovers on Northwood.
Quinn Shelton will take a seat.
I think that's the first sub of the half here.
I believe so. Strunk across the line. As they swing it, well, Strunk will pump up the three short, but Conrad with the offensive rebound. The left hand, no good. And Stephanie pulls down another rebound. Boy, she is quick. Kaylee Roller for three, good. Kaylee Roller was left open, and she took advantage. It's a 14-point Norwell lead. Oh,
nice
great move inside. And that's going to be a foul on Stephanie Conrad. I'll tell you what, Savannah Feenstra, for just a sophomore, she is going to be good.
Yeah, she's got a couple great moves in her game.
Good left hand, good free throw shooter. We'll see that on display here. She shoots primarily with her right hand, and I jinxed her. The Van Meter jinx continues. Tuttle checks back in for Northwood. And Courtney Beer checked in for the Knights. Casey Strunk is on the low block on this free throw. As Feenstra gets the second one to go down. You know what, Casey?
Yep.
Not the biggest player down there, but she's so strong. She can be effective.
Yeah, she blocks out so well.
That's Conrad on the high post, turns the corner, and a foul's going to be called. We'll see who that goes against. It might be on Tuttle. Tuttle not happy with the call, thought she had position. It will be on Andrea. That'll be her first, team's third. Conrad will go to the line to shoot a pair. That's the one thing. Somebody will take advantage of that this year, as Stephanie has a tendency when she turns the corner like that to kind of have her head down.
Yeah.
And if you're in the right position and the right official, you can get that call. 3:51 left here in the quarter. Conrad 1 of 2, and Norwell's lead stays at 14. Northwood pushing the pace a little bit, and that's going to be a foul. We'll see who that goes against.
That's going to be on Conrad.
The drive was made by Michaela Fielstra. Northwood with 4 seniors, Fielstra being one of them.
Foul actually went on Strunk. It's her second.
Team second here in the second half. Of course, Jamie Feldheiser can't tell us that.
we can say that.
Quinn Shelton back into the Norwell lineup, and for Northwood, it's Nicole Flickinger. Flickinger, a junior. Northwood actually starts 3 seniors, a junior and a sophomore. And Fielstra good on a pair. Kaylee Roller will handle it for the Knights. That's Strunk. Oh, nice find. Roller for 3. Good. Boy, she got that one in rhythm.
That shot is just so pure.
It is.
For Kaylee Roller. It's really great to watch her improve so much.
Well, when she gets her feet under her as she ties up the ball, there just aren't many better from beyond the arc. She gets great rotation on the basketball, shoots it one-handed,
shooting,
as opposed to so many that get that thumb into it.
That's right. She's shooting 50% from out there today.
Strunk got to the rim but didn't get it up high enough on the backboard. Good move by Casey. Rebound came down Flickinger's way.
Norwell's just got to learn how to finish those.
Yeah.
it's just really a matter of just slowing it down at the rim. Instead of forcing it up there and through contact, just put it up. Good position there by Courtney Beer for the rebound, and a over the back foul is going to be called on Northwood. Trenshaw picks up her third, team's fourth. She'll take a seat as Erica Flickinger back in there for the Panthers. Erica and Nicole, I'm guessing, are sisters. They look very similar, 11 and 15. Shelton into the lane, the jumper good. She can hit that shot almost every time she takes it.
Yep.
Norwell's lead up 17.
Yeah, and it's just now it's all of a sudden up to 17. It was 4 a few minutes ago.
Big run here by the Knights late in the third quarter. 2:20 left. Traveling call on Nicole Flickinger.
Turnover number 13.
Mackenzie Bergman will check in for the Panthers, replacing Michaela Fielstra. Bergman, just a freshman that did not play in the JV game. Coach Andy Yoder wants a timeout. He'll take a full one. We'll take it along with him and be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Pizza Hut is changing the way you think about pizza with their Flavor of Now menu. With over 2 billion combinations of new ingredients, crusts, and sauces, you can customize your pizza and take it where pizza has never gone before. But don't stress, all the old-time favorites are still available. At Pizza Hut, it's everything you've always loved about pizza and more. Order online now at pizzahut.com or download our mobile app. Pizza Hut Flavor of Now menu at your local Pizza Hut in Bluffton.
Norwell leading Northwood here on a snowy Saturday afternoon at the Castle. 26-29.
Down in this part of the area, I've just been checking Twitter, and somewhere between 2 and 4 inches has fallen down in this area so far today.
Yeah, that was the forecast I saw early this morning. It started much later than what they expected.
Yeah.
It was expected to start early in the morning, didn't start till about noon. About the time I got out of my car at the football game.
Yeah, and the radar showed that it was on top of us all morning, pretty much.
All morning, yeah.
And it just wasn't making it to the ground.
Yeah, on AccuWeather, I've got that minute cast.
Oh, yeah.
And sitting out on the front porch at 8 o'clock this morning, they said it was snowing.
Yeah.
It was not. Courtney Beer for 3. Nice find by Casey Strunk. And Norwell's lead now up to 20 as they have gone on a tear here in the third quarter. Inside, batted away from Feenstra. Beer up with it on the run. Finds Shelton underneath. Shelton will put up the short jumper and bury it. Quinn very comfortable in the mid-range. Norwell's lead up to 22.
The Lady Knights have 21 points here in the third quarter.
After scoring just 12.
Well, and when I saw Quinn was about ready to shoot that, it's a fairly quick shot. I would think you would want to put in your offense to that. So when I was thinking, I'm thinking, what are you doing? But then it went right down in, and I'm just like, okay, you can do that.
That's one of those that you're happy if it goes in, and you're not if it doesn't.
Exactly.
That's Tuttle on the drive. Her running jumper no good. Feenstra with the putback. They'll draw a foul on, I believe, Stephanie Conrad.
At the last second, she kind of put her right hand down, and they'll get you every time for that.
That's for sure. As number 30, Savannah Feenstra, goes to the line.
Trying to add to her 9-point total.
She does not. Well, after hitting her first several free throws, she struggled a little bit her last couple trips. Checking back in for Northwood. Well, Bergman's out there along with Flickinger and Nicole Flickinger, Feenstra, and number 32 now, Aaron Graber. Alexis Klotz will come in as well for Northwood, just a sophomore. Her first action here in this varsity game. For Norwell, it's Roller Beer, Shelton, Conrad, and Dunnick. That's Dunnick for 3. Good. And Madison Dunnick, who doesn't take a whole lot of shots, but I don't think she's missed in 2 basketball games.
Yeah, she's 2 for 3.
2 for 3, okay.
So that's what,
1
7
miss.
for 8?
7 for 8 from beyond the arc. Under a minute left here in the third quarter. Flicking her, tried to get it inside, stolen away by Beer. Good job of anticipating that pass.
Oh.
And just a little strong and behind Stephanie Conrad. That'll be a turnover on the Knights.
It's just the second turnover of the half, bringing the total to 7.
Tell you, this Knights team able to score in bunches.
That's been a little bit of the difference between previous Lady Knight teams, is they've taken the care of the ball better.
Much better. And a lot of that is due to the fact they've got 6 seniors out there. They've got the experience. They've faced the pressure. And they are doing a much better. I'll tell you, I would hesitate to play a press defense against the Knights. Canterbury tried for a little bit, but not for long because Norwell got a couple of layups. In the corner, kind of an awkward-looking shot from Graber. Kaylee Roller with the rebound and the basketball as she moves into the lane. Shelton, nice crossover. There's that jumper. At the buzzer.
Wow. A 26 to 6 point quarter for the Lady Knights.
And a 27-point lead after 3 here at the Castle. We'll take a break and be right back with your fourth quarter after these words.
He shoots, he scores, it's out of here. He could go all the way.
That's the reaction you'll get when you get her a gift of fine jewelry from Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton.
Hi, this is Dan and Jane from Daniel's Jewelers, and we want you to score big. We have beautiful diamond pendants, rings, and earrings, including diamonds in motion. These pieces, powered by her heartbeat, are awesome.
Check out our fun jewelry. Stainless steel jewelry by SteelX, Jewel Pops by Chameleon, Angelica bracelets made from recycled metals, and our newest, convertibles by Lestage.
We offer ring sizing done on premise, and the first sizing is free when you purchase your ring from Daniel's.
Okay, guys, best of all, free gift wrapping.
Win big. See you at Daniel's Jewelers in Bluffton on State Road 1, north of Lowe's. Open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 6, and Saturday, 9:30 to 4.
Well, to start the fourth quarter on the floor for the Knights, it's Shelton Sawyer, Dunnick, Conrad, and Strunk.
I do have an interesting score to share with you. The Canterbury leads Snyder 19 to 16 after one quarter.
Yeah,
wow.
Snyder, it's going to be a struggle for Snyder this year. Almost stolen away by Sawyer. McKenzie plays such good on-the-ball defense. Nice move by Feenstra. Cuts Norwell's lead down to 24 here early in the fourth. Strunk ran away from the pick. Shelton, that's Conrad. Boy, lots of times I get Stephanie and Quinn confused, and then Casey and Madison. The ponytails and the gold numbers not helping these old eyes out. Norwell will retain possession. Quick inbounds pass to Conrad. Shelton clapping for the ball. I think that's the first time I've seen her do that. Sawyer on the drive will draw the foul. I like seeing that from Quinn. Demand the basketball. She can score.
Yeah, most definitely.
That foul was called on Gabby Glass, her third. Team sixth. And back in for the Panthers is Mackenzie Bergman. She's the freshman we talked about. She was on the JV roster. Number 20 also on the varsity, so her number did not change. She'll bring it across the timeline. Norwell extending that defense a little bit. They're back in that 1-3-1. Kicked away by Dunnick. It'll remain Northwood basketball. And quickly taking a seat is the freshman Mackenzie Bergman. Tuttle back in there, as is Gabby Glass, Nicole Flickinger, Trenshaw with the basketball, and Feenstra. Almost stolen away by Conrad. Tuttle working around the outside of the defense. They're having trouble getting north and south against Norwell's 1-3-1 right now.
And they kind of get into the corner once in a while and they get stuck.
Yeah, you've really got to get the ball into the middle and kick it back out. And there it's stolen away by Conrad. Good defense. Strunk stops on a dime and gets fouled. That'll go against Nicole Flickinger, I believe. Strunk just is so quick in the open floor. Very difficult to keep up with. That's the 7th team foul on the Panthers, 2nd on Flickinger. It'll send Casey Strunk to the line to shoot 1 plus bonus. Lindy Dial will check in for the Knights. Lindy, a senior, listed at 5'4". Plays more of a forward position, though. Strunk knocks down the first one.
Norwell now shooting 8 of 12 from the line.
It's not bad. If they can shoot 75% as a team, I think Coach Thornton will be happy with that. Not a lot of fouls called in this basketball game.
Nope.
As Strunk, good on a pair. Biggest lead of the game now for the Knights at 27, just under 6.5 to go. Feenstra, not afraid to handle the ball up top. Leaves it for Glass. Glass just being pounded by Casey Strunk as the Knights have gone back to a man-to-man defense. That's batted away, but Feenstra came up with it. Norwell out of that 1-3-1 now. And Gabby Glass is going to be bailed out on the drive. She really didn't have any place to go. Tried to take it to the hole, and it worked out for her as the foul's called on Mackenzie Sawyer, her 2nd, team's 4th.
Lady Knights spreading the wealth very well again. 9 for Sawyer, 9 for Dunnick, 11 for Conrad, 13 for Shelton.
Glass able to knock down her first one.
It's her first point.
Fielstra back in there for Northwood, as is Riley Hirschberger. Hirschberger, another freshman for the Panthers. Rebound pulled down by Conrad. And Dunnick the other way. Madison Dunnick, a neat story. Her first year on varsity as a senior. Will have any playing time.
Right.
She's starting. Sawyer.
And contributing well.
Oh, she really is. She's having a great year so far.
Becoming a vital piece to this Lady Knights team.
Nice ball movement. Great pass. Assist Sawyer to Conrad. And Conrad with the left hand puts the Knights into the 60s. Here, 5:18 left in this one. The closest that Northwood got was 4, other than 3-2 early on.
Yeah, they closed it, and it took them a really long time to close that gap, and then all of a sudden Norwell ran away. Oh, nice pass.
Great pass from Dunnick. Conrad got her own rebound, and she'll go to the line. This is one of those plays, fellas, where if she knocks down 1 of 2, I'm giving Madison Dunnick an assist, because that was a great play.
Right.
Stephanie just couldn't convert. The foul was called on Riley Hirschberger as Stephanie hits the free throw, and in my book gives Madison Dunnick an assist. Courtney Beer and Kaylee Roller back in there for the Knights. Dunnick takes a seat, as does Sawyer.
Alexa Mallory has not come in at all this game. She really hasn't had to.
Yeah, but she had a solid performance at Canterbury on Thursday.
She did.
Yeah.
Norwell lead now at 30 points, 63-33. And Northwood with a couple of young players on the floor. Coach Yoder wants a timeout. He's having a discussion with the official. Not upset with the official at all. Just knowing this one's out of hand. He gets a pat on the back.
Yep.
We'll just keep it here and tell you that located inside the clubhouse at Timber Ridge Golf Course, 2330 East 250 North is TW Fable. They feature a fine dining experience Tuesday through Saturday. And if you're looking for a great lunch, also at Timber Ridge, visit the 250 Grill. Enjoy Friday fun every Friday from noon to 6 at the Bowling Center. Bowl for just $1.50 shoe rental. Today, that's a great deal. The Bowling Center is located on South Scott Street in Bluffton, where it merges with Highway 1. Northwood with the basketball. That's Nicole Flickinger. Inbounding to Fielstra, and she leaves it for the freshman Bergman. That's a good, solid pass to the left side to Glass. Glass being hawked by Kaylee Roller. Norwell switching at every opportunity in this man-to-man, and Flickinger in trouble.
Oh, yep. He got the timeout before the 5-second call.
Yeah, he definitely had the count in his head. This time he has to call a full timeout. We'll take it along with him and hear from DeWeese Soft Water. We'll be right back. The Knights lead by 30.
For over 30 years, Dewey Soft Water and Appliance, located at 231 North Wayne Street in Warren, has been selling and servicing appliances for your home. They feature Maytag appliances, Pentair water softeners, and Aquaflow reverse osmosis systems to make your home's water clearly better. And when you purchase from Dewey's, the experienced professionals will deliver and install it properly and test it in your home so you can have peace of mind. They also have salt and bottled water delivery service available. DeWeese Soft Water and Appliance. Call 1-800-356-4440. That's 800-356-4440. DeWeese Soft Water reminds you, if troubled, try prayer.
This one's all Norwell at this point. About halfway through the fourth quarter. Andy Yoder has some of his younger players in right now to see what they'll do. Nice play by Glass to stick with that.
Yeah, and I think Norwell's is going to rise a couple spots in the polls this week as they dominated two teams. One of them, which I thought would give them a better test, in Northwood here. But, I mean, they're dominating this game now. They got it close, but when they got it close, they pulled away as Courtney Beer hits a three.
Courtney Beer joining the three parade. The Knights have done a great job from beyond the arc. Actually, she hit one earlier, I believe.
She's got 9 points.
Yeah. That's Flickinger in trouble.
Oh.
And the tough thing for Coach Thornton is, he can only empty his bench so much because he plays everybody.
Yeah. He does a great job of getting people in.
Kaylee Roller called on the foul. That's her first, team's fifth. As we've probably seen the last of Stephanie Conrad. Logan Rowell's in there for the Knights.
Contributed well again to the JV team.
Yes, she did.
A very strong guard.
Yeah, and she can go down low and make things happen as well. She's listed at 5'7". She plays bigger than that, though.
Mm-hmm. And handles it well for being as strong as she is.
Yes, she does. She's guarding the freshman Hirschberger right now.
As a travel.
Logan is just a sophomore.
Brio Wilson set to check in. Another sophomore.
Be some good varsity time for her. She'll replace Casey Strunk. Casey with another solid floor game for the Knights. Even with 6 seniors this year, Coach Thornton with just a load of talent and experience coming up over the next several years. Guys, we were talking about the talent in the
nice ball movement
middle school ranks.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's going to be the third turnover in the second half. That brings a total to 8. So if you count the full varsity squad, it's only going to be 7 turnovers.
Yeah, that's very
really,
good.
really good.
Yeah, Brielle Wilson called for the travel there.
Yeah, we talked a little. We talked a little bit about the lower levels in the middle school. The 7th grade team is going to be really good this year, and the freshmen, like I said, earning their first win. The 8th grade's got some talent to offer.
Gabby Glass on the drive there. Great pass underneath from Beer. Rowles couldn't get it in. Excuse me, that was not Rowles. Yeah, it was. There's 3 from the corner. That's Brielle Wilson joining the scoring parade. Good to see her put that shot up. Thursday night, she refused
That's
to
absolutely
shoot
right.
against Canterbury, and she can absolutely put it in there as well as anybody. Just got to have the confidence to do it. Good defense there on Riley Hirschberger. Couldn't get the shot to go. Under 2 minutes left in this one. Beer up top, crossing over in front of the freshman Bergman. Boy, good ball movement. Wilson in the corner.
Nice pass.
Gets it to Dial, but yeah, she dribbled it on the line. That'll be Northwood ball. As the freshman Bergman will bring it across the line. 1.5 minutes left in this one. The Knights are going to go to 4-0 on the season. The Panthers will fall to 500 at 3-3.
Madison Dunnick set to check in at the next dead ball.
As is number 22, Kyra Robinson for Northwood. Robinson, another freshman.
There's a timeout.
Coach Thornton is not even going to really meet with his players. He just wants to get a couple of subs in. As Sadie Dunnick checks in. Also for Northwood, checking in number 22, Kyra Robinson. So several freshmen getting floor time here for Coach Yoder. 1:05 left. Courtney Beer handling it up top. Boy, she could have taken Bergman all the way to the hole if she'd wanted to. Norwell swinging the ball around the perimeter. Didn't get the shot they wanted, so they reset. That's a good job by the Knights. Rowles leaves it for Dial up top. And Beer will leave it for Wilson. 38 seconds. Norwell just kind of running their offense. They're going to have to get a layup, I think, before they'll take a shot here, fellas.
Yeah.
Under 30 now to go. It's a good drill for the Lady Knights. As Beer leaves it for Dial up top.
Yeah, these kind of times are important for when you have a good lead against a good team.
Right.
And you're in a close game. You got to figure out how to run clock. And they're going to hold this Northwood team to just 37 points.
7 seconds left in this one, and
of note, just 13 points in the second half for the Lady Panthers.
As the official smiling backs away from the basketball. The final buzzer sounds. Courtney Beer trying to give it to him just a heartbeat too early there. It is a Norwell win. They take out what is traditionally a very strong Northwood Panther team. 69-37 is your final. We'll take a break, hear from a few sponsors, and be back with stats and more after these words.
Bluffton Roofing Incorporated prides themselves on developing a long-term relationship with their customers, listening to their needs, and suggesting the proper course of action, be it preventative maintenance, repair, or replacement. Bluffton Roofing and owner James Worth are GAF certified and are certified weather stopper roofing contractors. Bluffton Roofing is fully insured, protecting you and your home. Call 824-3564 or 307-6313. Bluffton Roofing Incorporated. Quality first home improvements.
Montpelier Ag LLC is locally owned and operated by Southern Wells grad Bill Bonham. Montpelier Ag LLC offers your hometown advantage by keeping costs down and dealing with someone you know. Located at 240 West Windsor Street in Montpelier, open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 and Saturday from 8 to noon. Bill invites you over to the store, have a cup of coffee while you're there, and check out the inventory of farm and garden supplies, pond supplies, pet food, and bird seed, and more. Montpelier Ag LLC, proudly supporting high school sports.
What do you guys want to eat for supper tonight?
I want paschetti.
I want paschetti.
Paschetti's Italian restaurant, where yes, you can get spaghetti and so much more. Subs, sandwiches, burgers, calzones, pizzas, salads, and a whole menu full of Italian cuisine and desserts. Paschetti's restaurant is conveniently located at 229 West Market Street in Bluffton, and they're open for lunch 11 to 4, 7 days a week.
Fine, we'll go to Paschetti's, but I want some garlic knots.
Paschetti's, open Monday through Thursday 11 to 9, Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m., and Sundays 11 to 8 p.m. Paschetti's Italian Restaurant, 229 West Market Street in Bluffton. Costly misconceptions about collision repair, brought to you by Lauren's Body Shop.
All repair shops are basically the same.
False. There are substantial differences among repair shops. Some have made large investments in equipment and training, others have not. Always do your homework when selecting a repair facility.
In business since 1951, Lauren's Body Shop on East Dustman Road specializes in insurance collision repair, offers free estimates, and an outstanding limited lifetime warranty. Visit lawrensbodyshop.com.
Indiana is filled with fabulous golf courses that offer a variety of experiences and are as diverse and distinct as the regions they're in. And there is one right here in your backyard that you shouldn't miss. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton. You deserve a little time on the greens, so book your tee time, brush off your spikes, and get ready to play. Green Valley Golf Club, located at 2635 East, 150 North in Bluffton, just east of the Stone Quarry.
Are you taking the first step towards a healthier you, or are you just tired of the same workout? From beginners to fitness veterans, the Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is the place for you. We offer a full range of workout equipment, personal trainers, certified instructors, a full line of classes, an indoor pool, and so much more. Have peace of mind when you work out with childcare available. The Greater Fort Wayne YMCA is so much more. Join today. Visit fwymca.org.
Well, here at the Castle, a clean and queen sweep for the Knights today as the ladies take all three games here from the Northwood Panthers. The freshmen won 23-22, coming back late. The JV 43-26, and the biggest margin of all by the varsity, 69-37. We'll hopefully talk to Coach Thornton here in a couple of minutes and name a player of the game. But before we do that, Derek, why don't we talk about some stats?
Let's do. We'll start with Northwood. The Lady Panthers had 37 points on 31% shooting, 13 for 42, and did not attempt a three-pointer in the second half. They ended up 1 of 3 for 33%, 19 team rebounds, and 17 turnovers. They only had assists on 2 of their baskets tonight. So that's a very important stat if you're the Norwell defense.
That's right.
Yeah, individually, Caitlin Trenshaw had 2 points on 1 of 3 shooting. Erica Flickinger had 3 points on 1 of 3 shooting. Andrea Tuttle, 8 points on 3 of 6 shooting. Nicole Flickinger had 2 points and 3 turnovers. Gabby Glass, 5 points on 2 of 9 shooting. Savannah Feenstra had 12 points on 5 of 10 shooting. She looked really good for being a strong sophomore in there. And I think they listed her at, 6 feet?
Yep.
And she's going to be a good one. Yep. And Michaela Fielstra, 7 points on 1 of 8 shooting and 5 of 6 from the free throw line. Riley Hirschberger contributed a rebound for a total of 37 points for Northwood. For your Norwell Lady Knights, as a team, they shot 23 of 54. That's 43% from the field, and 12 of 25 from the three-point line.
Very good.
48%, 16 assists for the Lady Knights, 26 rebounds, and just 9 turnovers for the team. Brielle Wilson, 3 points on 1 of 1 shooting. Mackenzie Sawyer, 9 points, 3 assists, 2 rebounds on 3 of 9 shooting. Madison Dunnick, 9 points, 3 assists, 4 rebounds on 3 of 6 shooting. Kaylee Roller, 6 points, 2 assists, a rebound on 2 of 5 shooting. Courtney Beer, 9 points, 1 assist, 2 rebounds on 3 of 4 shooting. Stephanie Conrad, 15 points, 3 assists, 11 rebounds on 4 of 12 shooting, and 7 of 8 from the free throw line. Quinn Shelton, 13 points on 6 of 11 shooting. Casey Strunk, 5 points, 4 assists, 3 rebounds on 1 of 5 shooting, and 2 of 2 from the free throw line. Lindy Dial had a rebound for the Lady Knights, and Logan Rouse had a rebound. A total of 69 points and a 69-37 win, and a very well-balanced game for the Lady Knights.
So, Norwell, 2 players in double figures, and how many players with 9 or more?
Sawyer had 9, Dunnick had 9, and Courtney Beer had 9. Yeah, I think that's it.
And then
Casey had 5.
And then both Quinn and Stephanie.
Quinn had 13, and Stephanie had 15.
Boy, that's 5 players with 9 points or more. That's spreading the wealth. And
yeah.
What impressed me, and Coach Thornton, I'm sure you were happy with it as well, 15 assists we had for your ladies tonight. If you're having a little trouble hearing me, I think it's the headset. It's not your ears. And 48% from beyond the arc.
Yeah, Tommy, one of the officials, asked, he goes, "Do you always shoot it this way?" And I said, "I don't know if we always do, but it came all from better ball movement."
Yeah.
And when we either penetrate middle and kick out, or we hit Steph in the middle of the zone and kick out, we're a much better shooting team. And there were times in the first half we did that, but it wasn't consistent. And I felt like that was more of what we were doing rather than what Northwood wasn't doing. That second quarter, we really struggled because we really just kind of just let them do that. I felt it was more us not being who we needed to be in that second quarter. And that was a talk we had at halftime, and we had to, again, get on them on an early timeout in the third. We just weren't pressuring the ball. We were soft. We were playing 6 to 10 feet off of the ball, and that's not us. And just so proud of the kids, you know, and it starts with our seniors, just going out there and being who they needed to be. That's the best way I can describe it. And when things turned defensively for us and we started getting after it a little bit, our offense just, it responded in the same way. And I think those two things go hand in hand. And our shooting percentage went way up, and it was all us being in a rhythm and just playing together and deciding that we were going to try to get to the rack and playing off of that, not trying to figure it out. And I stopped calling stuff and said, I'm not going to mess with you right now. And I tried calling some things in the first half, and I just kind of let them take it a little bit there, and a great job by our kids.
Yeah, I thought, especially in that big third quarter run, I thought Casey Strunk did an excellent job of penetrating and kicking, especially on the right side of the floor. Several times come to mind. And I thought Stephanie Conrad did a good job of finding some three-point shooters as well.
She did. Stephanie has a really good feel. That's a tough spot to play in the middle of the zone, and they're collapsing on you.
Yep.
And she plays it so well. And, she's a guard in the middle of the floor.
Yeah, she really is.
Who can pass and shoot and put the ball on the floor. What an unselfish group we have.
Oh, my.
Who's willing to make when you've got a shot maybe that's a pretty good shot, but you've got a kid right off to your side who's got a little bit better shot. For us to be able to see that even better as the game went on, and just be really excited for that to happen on our team, I really appreciate that so much. And I know our fans do, and you guys know good basketball when you see it. And that was about as well as we could play probably in stretches in the second half.
Yeah, that third quarter was just dominant. What was the spread there in the third, Derek?
I had it for 26-6 in the third quarter.
We dominated.
Yeah.
We dominated. And all the credit to the kids. They decided that that's what they wanted to do. And they're really – Northwood played hard. And
they did.
That's a storied program. And, they lost the France kid, but they're working hard and came in here with a lot of pride too. And so for our kids to do that against a well-coached and just an athletic, quick team who's a little bit built like we are, for us to be able to do that says a lot about our kids. And, this team's got a lot of goals that they
and
want to
should
accomplish.
have. Yeah.
And there's absolutely no reason why they can't achieve all of those.
Well, and I'll tell you two other things that really stood out to me here. Obviously early in the season at 4-0, but taking care of the ball a lot better to start this season, and shooting free throws at a pretty good clip.
Tonight was better. I'm not sure what
11 for 15.
Yeah, that was a little bit better. I think we were 10 for 17 the other night. We shot a lot of free throws and just shot a lot last night to try to we didn't go hard, but we got a lot of shooting in last night from just a short turnaround from, the Canterbury game. And we watched a little bit of film. Our kids are mentally locked in. They don't force things very often. When they do, they've got some things to learn too, obviously. But, we've got handlers and shooters.
Yeah.
This team ought to be able to take care of the ball well. They ought to shoot at a high percentage.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they expect, and that's what they've worked for, and that's what it should look like. And they're doing a really good job.
Very confident right now. Of course, head up to Concordia on Tuesday night. Always a tough place to play. And I saw their coach here this afternoon.
Yeah, Dave was here. We talked to him in the locker room a little bit about they're coming off of that Homestead shellacking like we did last year. They lost by 38 last night. We lost by 40. We know what that felt like. And you literally just move on, and it makes you more motivated to come back. And, Concordia's that taste in their mouth that they have from that is they don't want to go through that again.
Right.
And the rivalry that we have, it's another big game for both schools. And we're really excited to go in there and play another tough team on the road. We faced them so much in the last, 10 years or so.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be tough. And they've got a freshman who's already committed to Belmont, the Garcia kid who's just an outstanding player. The Kelly girl in the post is back. She's playing with a lot of confidence. It'll be tough. And they're so well coached and so good defensively that we'll have to work extremely hard to get out of there with a win.
We'll be there with you, of course, broadcasting from outside the cage.
That's right.
And we appreciate you so much joining us. I know your family, I think, is ready to see you for a little bit. But thanks so much for joining us here in the post game.
Thanks, guys, for being here.
We'll see you Tuesday night.
Okay, see you guys.
Head coach Eric Thornton joining us in the post game. And he's got some ornery young'uns joining us here as well. Fellas, we need to name a player of the game. And, Noah, I'll let you go first just because I know you like going first.
Oh, always.
And it's a tough call today, man.
Yeah.
I want to see what your thinking is on this.
I'm going to go with Stephanie Conrad. She had a double-double.
She did,
and really, I think she improved from last game. She looked a lot stronger and tougher down in the post. She made a lot of really good moves defensively. She was just the only word I can think of is she was just a hoss down low. I mean, she really did a great job just trying to deny the middle. And really, she was just an all-around great team player tonight, just like about everybody else on the floor.
Yeah, that's a pretty good call. What do you think, Derek?
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Noah here. I'm going to go with Stephanie Conrad, 15 points, 11 rebounds. 9 of those were offensive rebounds. 9 out of the 11 were offensive rebounds. Had 3 assists, 4 of 12 from the field, and 7 of 8 from the free throw line for 88%. And it certainly could have gone a ton of different ways tonight, but I definitely got to go with Conrad for my vote.
I'll tell you what, Noah, you are on a roll. You must be butter.
I must be eating something. I'm paying a lot more attention this year or something because this has never happened.
I think you're perfect on the year so far.
I might be.
Yeah.
I just might be.
I think so. Well, I can't argue with you because you guys made a great case for Stephanie Conrad as your New Holland Tri-County player of the game here on a snowy Saturday afternoon at the Castle. We appreciate you joining us online. Once again, your final, Norwell 69, Northwood 37 for Derek Decker and Noah Tobias. This is Greg Van Meter saying so long, everybody, and have a great rest of your weekend. Oh, and I got to do this. Hang on just a second. What did I do? There we go. We grabbed the wrong thing. So ignore the last flourish. Once again, 69-37. Norwell goes to 4-0. Thanks for joining us, everybody. Good afternoon.
The new Kaler Nickel Foundation Family YMCA, 550 West Dustman Road in Bluffton, is now open and invites you to stop by and take a tour of the new facility. When you join the Y, you're not just a member of a facility, you're part of a community, surrounded by friends as well as caring and knowledgeable staff. Here are just a few of the benefits of joining the Y. Unlimited participation in group exercise classes, free child care while you work out, and free private health and wellness consultations. You don't want to miss out on all your local YMCA has to offer. To learn more, visit fwymca.org.